Hey guys, how you doing? Mitchell here, coming right back at you. So I got a little email about a month ago from John saying, "Hey, I got bumped. Can they do that?" Well, you got bumped, so yeah, they can do that, right? So there's four reasons how you can get bumped from a cruise. But first of all, there's a psychology there, isn't it? I mean, like for me, our next cruise is in September, so we're planning like a year ahead of time. And man, just to get the notice of getting bumped, that sucks, right? I mean, my gosh, but let's look at the four reasons why this could happen to you. First thing is because of chartering. The reason why this may happen is because let's follow the money, right? Cha-ching. So what happens usually for a charter? A charter pays almost everything up front. I mean, that's a lot of money for any business to get. Everything up front, not half, not a quarter, not a little bit, but most of it's up front. And if a ship maybe has less than half of the capacity booked for its next cruise, they will sometimes bump you half, right? And they'll go for that full hit of that almost fully paid off charter trip. So you may get bumped because of that. Yeah, you'll get your money back and so on and so forth, but follow the money sometimes, right? There we go, chartering. And sometimes, of course, we have repairs, things that might just come up out of the blue, right? Remember the Viking Polaris, they had a big issue with they needed some repairs to be done, and what happened, people didn't get to take their cruise. Well, it's just the repairs, you just can't avoid that sometimes, so that's kind of like what I would say a little more okay than getting bumped for a charter, right? At least you feel not so bad because it was a need, shall we say, right? So yeah, sometimes repairs can make your trip get bumped. This is kind of 3 and 4, but we'll do it in one shot here. Sometimes if the ship is getting redeployed, right? So it may go from east to the west or north to the south, start this new pattern. You may get bumped also too within that context. Also, sometimes ships can be sold, right? So if another company buys a ship, well, they don't have to go with that same itinerary, of course, because they have a new ship. They're probably going to add it to their class of families and go somewhere else, which of course means what? You may get bumped, and that stinks, right? But that does happen sometimes too. Remember COVID in 21 when in its heyday, right? A lot of ships are going here and there. They're just they're being redeployed for medical need, helping out places around the country to deal with COVID and stuff. So, that's a small example of that, okay? Also, too, I want to tell you, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. Please hit the like, and also a few comments are always nice, and take care. Okay, we'll keep on. For those of you that fly a lot, you can already probably predict what I'm going to say, right? Overbooked. Yep. Just like airlines, like even trains, sometimes they book, and sometimes what happens, they overbook, which causes you a pain. Again, a flight, yeah, most flights are not like, you don't book most flights 6 months, 9 months ahead of time, right? You just don't. But cruises, at least for us, so the way we do it, because we do it kind of strategically, we do it 6, 9, 10 months ahead of time, sometimes a year, So it's like this slow build, this slow excitement. It's each month goes by, we're ready to take our cruise, get away from reality for a while, get away from our phones for a while, and so it's a big deal. So when that year comes up and to find out we've been overbooked, that would just, oh gosh, that's a rough one, So those are the four reasons why you can be overbooked. And typically in all four scenarios, you can get your refund back for sure. But cruising is one of those weird things in my life, at least for me. I can't speak for you, but for me though, it's like I look so forward to it that when it doesn't happen, man, I get, that would really suck, and not many things bother me. You guys know I'm a pretty laid back person, so not a whole lot bothers me, but that would bother me because it's like this year-long buildup, and it's like, oh, I got overbooked. They got deployed or whatever, right? So that kind of sucks, But if you guys have any overbooking stories, you have any bumping stories, please share it down below. We want to hear what happened to you, okay? Everybody else, subscribe and take care.